Hey everyone, welcome to Weeb Psycho TV. Today we are going to discuss the top 3 fantasy web novels of 2020. You can find these novels on the Webnovel website or app. You can also find these web novels on wuxiaworld.online, noveltrench.com, and kitenovel.com. Just a reminder to my audience, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with me, and if there are better web novels out there, please let me know down below in the comments. Without any further ado, let's get started. To start off our list, we have this web novel called World Domination System by Killer Hemboy. At this time, it has 1,127 chapters, 23 million views, and to this day, chapters are still being released. The genre that this web novel falls under is fantasy adventure. Also, if you're familiar with how web novel tags work, World Domination System has the following tags: System, Reincarnation, Cultivation, Adventure, and Action. Tags display what type of story elements the novel has. So, if you're interested in any of these tags, I highly recommend that you go give this web novel a try. The web novel starts out with a college student who is an orphan, who was struggling for cash. He chose to take part in an experiment that was advertised as safe and a good way to make some money. As soon as he was strapped to a chair and had electrodes placed on his head, he fell asleep, but woke up to a robotic voice in his head. The voice stated, "World Domination System booting up. Main goal, dominate and conquer the world." Daniel's adventures start in a new life in an unknown world. This web novel, in which the main character strives for world domination, is a very fun read. The author has a creative take on cultivation and magic systems, which entices the reader to read more and more. The main character's growth is slow and progresses nicely, with no sudden boost in power because of the plot. The world is also very well designed, with complex political situations and great complex battles. The story is consistent and makes sense. The constant use of foreshadowing makes the reader more absorbed in the story. Overall, the book has an overwhelming sense of uniqueness, which is great to have in the sea of web novels out there. If you're interested in any of what I just mentioned, go give it a try. Next on our list is one of my personal favorites, Supreme Magus by Legion 20. At this time, it has 619 chapters and has 20 million views, and chapters are still being released. This web novel genre falls into Western fantasy. Supreme Magus has the tags Magic, Reincarnation, Cultivation, Transmigration, Fantasy, and Western Fantasy. So, if you're interested in any of these, definitely give it a try. The story starts with Derek losing his life to avenge his murdered brother. He reincarnates multiple times until he finds a world that does not end up with him having been killed after being reincarnated. The world he lives in now is a world with magic and monsters. In this story, you will follow Derek's journey from a grieving brother to an alien soldier, from newly born infant to Supreme Magus. If you don't know what a Magus is, it is a fancy way of saying a wizard. This novel does a pretty awesome job of combining a fairly complex magic system with an easy-to-understand power leveling system. The main character's personality is not the stereotypical MC. He is really dark and merciless. He kills people without batting an eye and does some seriously messed up things to other people. He lacks empathy for others. If it doesn't affect the people he cares about, he won't hesitate to kill them. Throughout the story, there is great character development. His temperament aligns with his origins and his past life. The author did a great job creating a character that the audience can empathize with, and pushes the border between what is considered moral and what is not. This is a great story to get into. If you aren't hooked by chapter 20, this web novel may not be for you, so at least give it a trial run. Last but not least, we have our pick for the #1 fantasy web novel, called Birth of the Demonic Sword by Eve of Chaos. At the time of recording, it has over 706 chapters, 9 million views, and chapters are still being released. This web novel falls into the Eastern fantasy genre. Birth of the Demonic Sword has the tags Magic, Reincarnation, Cultivation, Monsters, World Travel, Adventure, Magical Beast, Ruthless MC, Cold Protagonist, and Evil MC. As you can tell by the tags, this MC is not a quote-unquote good person. So, if you don't like your main character being overwhelmingly ruthless, this web novel is not for you. This MC is one of the most vicious MCs I have come across in my journey of web novel reading. This is the story of a concubine son of a wealthy family. The MC from Earth's consciousness was transferred to the baby's mind of the new world. The MC had no purpose in his previous life, so he makes power his reason to keep on living. Noah Balvin will have to fight against his social status and the many difficulties of the new world. His purpose is to obtain the power to stand free in the sky above anyone and everyone. The MC is locked in on that mindset. Noah Balvin is ruthless and does not care about what is moral and what is not. He is quite straightforward, realistic, and honest with himself. I wouldn't say he is a villain, but I would definitely not call him a good guy either. It's more like he does what needs to be done to survive while getting stronger. The author did a great job creating characters that are multidimensional and a big world where the audience learns about the world with the MC without being overwhelmed with too much information. Also, the author uniquely mixes magic and martial arts to display how the MC gains power and skills throughout the story. What I also really like is that the author was able to avoid most cliches. The story is really fluid and natural. This is one of the many reasons that make this a great web novel that I strongly urge you to read. That's all we got for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my list, or have any suggestions on web novels you want me to review and talk about for the next video. Don't forget to leave a like and comment to let me know that you enjoyed this video. Till next time.